How does Kenya's real estate market compare to other East African countries?
I believe we're doing the best.
And what is the average prices of apartments in Nairobi?
The prices are significantly lower. I would just say around. Hello everyone, welcome to Proxima Real Estate. My name is Amir and I'm the head of sales here. So we're doing these videos just to give you more insights on the market with the knowledge that we have. So please like and subscribe if you like the content, and we'll be happy to do more videos for you guys. So I'm here with Jackie from my sales team.
Yes.
Welcome, Jackie.
Thank you so much.
So you have some questions regarding investment for me?
Yes, I do.
Great.
Let's start.
Yeah.
So question number one, which regions of Nairobi are experiencing the highest growth in real estate?
Definitely that would be the upmarket areas, because that's where we are seeing most development happening in terms of infrastructure, in terms of residential, commercial properties. That's because the demand is quite high. So when you travel to Nairobi, or if you live here, you'd see areas like Kilimani, Kileleshwa, Westlands, now Lavington a little bit, are all looking like construction sites. So I would say these are the top areas that are experiencing the most growth right now.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. How does Kenya's real estate market compare to other East African countries?
If you compare it to the other East African countries, or even African countries in general,
Yes.
I believe we're doing the best. And that's because of our government's policies. So you'd find that we are much more open towards investment from the foreigners, or the diaspora, if you'd call them. If you compare it to even just our neighbors right now, going there and purchasing property is very, very difficult. It's not as simple as what you'd find here in Nairobi. So for foreigners, for example, if they come here, they are welcomed and they can purchase, real estate as easy as a Kenyan citizen.
That's great. That's great. And what is the average prices of apartments in Nairobi?
In Nairobi, that's a very general question. We have different areas.
Yes, we do.
We have some of the areas which, as I mentioned, is called upmarket. And then we have our affordable areas as well. So the affordable areas, the prices are significantly lower. I would just say around 30-40% cheaper than what you'd find in the upmarket areas.
Yes.
These developers sell in per square meter. So I would say the average for Westlands and Kilimani, Kileleshwa, Lavington, whatever it is, the upmarket areas, you'd probably look at 120,000 right now.
Okay.
And some of the areas would be higher. Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And what are the typical rental yields in various regions of Nairobi?
Again, that's a very general question. You have the affordable areas where the prices are lower, and then you have the upmarket areas where the prices are higher. We specialize mostly in the upmarket areas. So I would say, for a one bedroom, you're looking at 75,000 right now within the upmarket areas. Two bedrooms around 90 to 110. Three bedrooms maybe from like 140 to 160,000 Kenyan shillings.
Yes.
And so on. Maybe the four bedrooms are now at 200,000 plus, right?
Yes, it is true.
Yeah.
And what are the average property appreciation?
For a good property, it depends now, because we have off-plan and then we have complete. So the off-plan properties would give you around 30% if you invest in a good one. So whatever you bought it for at the beginning, and by the time it's complete, it would have appreciated by around 30%.
Yes.
And then once it's complete, I would say the average is about 5% yearly. But again, it depends on which kind of property. If it's a very good one, it appreciates even higher than that. But if I was to give it an average, I say 5%.
5%.
Yeah.
Great. And what types of units are the best to invest in? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4 bedroom apartments?
Well, on average, the smaller ones do better because the demand is much higher, and they're affordable in comparison to the larger ones in terms of rent. So the demand is always higher. Before families used to live in like really big apartments, and now, you know, with the new generations, we can see that people are a little bit more minimalist, and they're okay living in smaller and smaller spaces. Because, for example, you know, 70,000 6 years ago would give you a very spacious house in this area.
True.
But right now, you know, 70,000 is a one bedroom, and people are still looking for the convenience of living in the upmarket areas because of various reasons. Infrastructure, schools, you know, hospitals, etc. are all the best ones are all in this area.
Yes.
And they don't want to come from too far to come and visit these places. So you'd find that they are still okay staying in the 2 bedrooms and the 1 bedroom sometimes. So the demand for 1 and 2 bedrooms, for example, the smaller units are higher,
Yes.
and that's what makes them a better investment.
Great, that's great. So for people who are looking for bigger units, what would you tell them?
Well, the people who are looking for bigger units, you know, unless they're buying it with a purpose or intention of living in it later, those are 3 and 4 bedrooms, I wouldn't say they're great investments. You can, as you saw, beginning of the year, we had a couple of 3-4 bedroom units in the market. It took us quite some time to rent out these apartments, right?
Yes.
We just handed over a project in Kilalashwa called Leshwa, which is 1 and 2 bedrooms. And I think in like a month, we've rented out all the units we had, right?
Yeah.
So unless you're buying these bigger units for you to invest right now and then live in it later, that makes sense. But on the flip side as well, I would say on average, bigger units do appreciate a little bit more. So if you're looking for a balance of both, where you're getting a good ROI from the rental, but also an appreciation over a long period of time, then you could go for a 2 bedroom as well, or a compact 3 bedroom. Like we have a project called Capricorn here in Kilimani. So we do have a 3 bedroom there, and I still advise people to buy it for investment. And that's because the pricing and the sizing is more competitive with like 2 bedroom apartments. So something like that, you'd be able to put it still at a fair rent for the market, closer to the 2 bedrooms, and get a very good return. And in terms of appreciation, it will appreciate significantly higher in comparison to like a 1 bedroom.
Okay, that's great. And apartments versus land, which is a better investment?
Apartments versus land. So if you're buying land, it's a long-term investment.
It
You know,
is.
it's a long-term investment. So if you are buying land, what you have to keep in mind is by the time you start realizing your returns, you have to wait quite a long time. So if you're buying land, I wouldn't say it's the first investment you should go for. I feel like it's something you buy after you've invested maybe in things like apartments where they're generating you monthly income, and then you get land for the future. Because when you're buying land, for me, you're not buying it for yourself. You know, if you're buying it as an investment, you're buying it for the next generation,
Yes.
your kids, for example. And I can prove that with all the landowners I deal with. I help them sell the land. Most of them are not young, so you would find that they bought the land quite a while ago, and then by the time they're, you know, realizing their returns, it's, you know, 20-30 years has passed, right? Compared to an apartment, I would favor it as the first investment to go for.
Yes.
Because the difference is, you know, apartments generate you monthly income, and, you know, that speaks for itself.
Great. And can foreigners invest in Kenya?
I think I had already answered that in the previous part, but we can
Yes, you
answer it
did.
again.
Yeah.
So foreigners can buy. You know, like if you look at the real estate market here right now, we have a lot of properties coming up in the area. If Nairobi or Kenya in general was not open to foreigners purchasing property here, we would not be able to sustain what's going on there. So we are attracting a lot of investors from the international market,
Yes.
from countries that, you know, I never even thought would come here. But quite a lot of them are coming now to buy property, and that's because of our government policies. It's definitely very attractive and open for them to invest.
Amazing. So with so many properties coming up, clients are concerned of an oversupply. Is real estate still viable in the long term?
So that's a concern that has been there since the beginning of my career.
It has.
I've been doing this for a while now, and I can tell you that that bubble people keep talking about, it's never busted. It's just been a bubble. I don't know why that concern is still there. But of course, if you're not really into the market or know the insights, you would be concerned. Now, with all the apartments coming up or all the properties coming up, what I can say is, as long as Kenya keeps its policies where it's keeping us into an international market, allowing investors to come and invest in different sectors, property, businesses, whatever it is. As long as we are an international market, I feel like not only is there an undersupply right now, the demand will also continue to grow in future. Because I say undersupply because you go to any of these properties under construction, maybe they're just 50% complete, and you'd be like, this property has a lot of units available, I can pick and choose what I want. But when you go inside, you're told it's already sold out, right? Mentioning Leshwar right now, we had 280 apartments available for rent there. Someone would say that's a lot of units, and it would be difficult to get tenants. We got tenants immediately, and that's, again, people are moving to Kenya. People are staying in the US, are coming back to Kenya. People staying just Kenyan diaspora, a lot of them are looking to come back. That alone. And then you have the actual foreigners coming from every region of Africa and every region of the world right now. So as long as we are in an international market, I feel we're okay. The best country or the best place to prove that for you is Dubai. Dubai puts thousands and thousands of units into the market every year, but they continue to grow, and that's because the government's policies is kind of like ours as well, where it's targeting the entire international community.
Yes, so you've had it right, guys. The bubble is never busting.
Yes, not in the near future, no.
Not at all.
All right, so that's it.
That's it. That's all the questions I had today.
Okay.
Of course, we'll have more.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. So keep them coming, guys. I mean, we'll be doing more of these, discussing various sectors of the real estate market. So please feel free to ask us any questions, send them directly to us, and like and subscribe, and we'll be back very soon.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Till next time.